Hi everyone, welcome to my channel OET Writing Samples for Nurses by AJ. If you like this video in the end, please do not forget to press the like button and subscribe for the latest videos. So we're meeting after a long time. I've been a little busy and I wasn't able to update any videos. So today we are going to discuss about a letter to a dietitian, wherein the name of the patient is Nina Sharman. And like we see in the writing task, which is the first thing that we do. So it says you are a registered nurse at the dementia specific unit. Using the information in the case notes, write a letter to dietitian. So I'm the registered nurse and I'm writing to a dietitian at so-and-so department. And in your letter, explain relevant social and medical histories and request the dietitian to visit. So we are not, no one is taking the patient to the dietitian, but the dietitian is supposed to visit the patient. That is the exact reason why we are writing the letter. And assess Ms. Sharman's swallowing function and nutritional status urgently due to an high risk of aspiration. So this also we have to mention to the dietitian when we start off writing the letter. So yes, so after we have read this, we go directly to the starting of the case notes. So there we are, and we will also check how we have written the first paragraph. So there is the first paragraph on the screen on the right hand side. So what do we see there is, yes, how we will start writing. To the dietitian, Department of Nutrition Dietetics, Spirit Hospital, Prayer Town, NSW 2175. I can convert it into four lines if I want by just taking the NSW here, but otherwise it's fine. Let it be where it was, no commas or full stops in the end. Now today's date is 21/3 March 2012, and that's the reason why I put the date here. So you can put the date here or in the start, it's not an issue. Now we know the patient. The patient's name is Miss Nina Sharman, 9/12/1951 as a date of birth. She's a new resident of Dementia Specific Unit, West Side Aged Care Facility. She's single and she's under the Australian Guardianship and Administration Council protection. She is single, that is not such important, or that's not at all important, but yes, the name, date of birth, and the dementia specific unit, those kind of things are important. So you'll see regarding or remarks, Miss Nina Sharman, comma, date of birth, 9/2/1951. Now, if you remember, what is the information that we have got till now? Let's look at that. We have to introduce the patient to the dietitian. So, dear dietitian, you may write dear sir or madam also, that's fine. But dear dietitian, yes, because the name of the dietitian is not given. I'm writing in regards to Miss Sharman, who is a new resident of the dementia specific unit at the West Side Aged Care Facility. You are taking that information from here in the case notes. Due to her high risk of aspiration, where are we getting this information from? The writing task, which we have seen earlier. So let me just scroll it for you to the last part. There are a lot of things which are not required as well. So the high risk aspiration and those kind of things we are getting from the last part here. Yes. So why am I writing? Due to a high risk of aspiration, she needs your urgent visit to assess her swallowing function and nutritional status. Or you can even write it the other way around. She needs your urgent visit to assess her swallowing function and nutritional status. Next thing, what we will do is, yes, this part, medical history. So it says ischemic heart disease since 2005, takes nitroglycerin patch daily. Um, this I would not say is very important, but if you feel you can add that, it's not wrong to add this. Stroke May 2011, after stroke unsteady gait, not really required for the dietitian. The ischemic heart disease is not included in my letter, but I'm saying that it could be included is because I feel nitroglycerin patch may interact with the diet, or the heart disease could have an effect on what kind of diet is she going to have in the future. So you may add this. It's not wrong if you don't add this. So in 2011, she was Diagnosed with severe dementia, able to understand simple instructions only, confused and disoriented, diabetes mellitus on a diabetic diet. Now she understands only simple instructions. So this part has to be included because when the dietitian comes, she needs to understand those simple instructions. And she may be forgetting her diabetic diet because she has dementia. So definitely the dementia part has to be included. Osteoarthritis, not so important. Weight gain, yes, I think it is important because of the food that is she's having. Chronic constipation, takes laxatives as needed, yes, she is required. No allergies to medication or food, not required because it is no allergies. No teeth, has entire upper and lower denture. This is required because in this case, the dietitian has to suggest her that kind of food. Sometimes refuses to wear dentures due to confusion and disorientation. This is exactly one more reason why we have to include the earlier point, which is forgets about she understands only simple instructions only, so that is the reason why this part has to be included. Increased appetite, this part also needs to be included because to highlight her diet or her appetite is required, and this also can be connected to the weight gain over the last 5 months. Social history, no friends, lacks of interest, emotional dependence, non-smoker, not required at all. There's nothing that matches or that is of importance to the dietitian. Recent nursing notes. So when are you writing the letter? You're writing in March. 1 month back, she had chest infection. She took Keflex for 7 days, and it's over. Not needed to be included. 26 to occasional cough and episodes of shortness of breath with increased respiratory rate. Again, that was 1 month back. 27 to sporadic throat clearing with eating yogurt. Uh, well, not that important because eating curd. So after curd, she used to clear her throat few times. That's not really connected to the following things that you see in the case notes. 23rd, 2012. That is today, on the same day as you're writing the letter. No, just yesterday. So you may refer it as yesterday in your letter. 1700 hours, that is in the evenings, 3 o'clock, 4, 5 o'clock, so in the evening. Episodes of choking on a piece of food. Is suspected that she did not chew her food properly. She suddenly turned blue, grabbed the throat with both hands and cuffed. So, grab the throat with both hands and cuffed, not that important, but yes, what is more important is the piece of solid food was removed. After 10 minutes, what happened? That is the best way to mention that, not 1700 and 1710. So after 10 minutes, what happened? You don't need to explain everything. Pulse was this much, then BP this much, then 1800 hours, what happened? No. What can be understood from this is she became normal. So just mention it that much. Otherwise, there'll be so many sentences that you will add, which is not at all required. You'll go above 180 words there. Okay, let's see how the letter is made on the right hand side. So dietitian, yes. Then, mm, yes, after that, medical history. So how are you making those sentences? Let's look at that. Starting with, we are writing it in our own words, in your own words. She is on a diabetic diet since 2000 and was diagnosed with severe dementia, due to which she is now confused, disoriented, and understands simple instructions only. So this part that you see here, diabetic diet, and this much. So all these parts have been added there. Let's see that again. She has been on a diabetic diet since the year 2000, and this is 2011. So 2000 has to be mentioned first, and then later on, yeah, you can change it if you want, and later was diagnosed of severe dementia, due to which now she is confused and disoriented and understands simple instructions only. How many times do we have and there in that sentence? Once, twice. That's all. Try not to have too many ands in your sentences. Then, though she sometimes forgets to wear dentures, yes. So, even though she is wearing to find dentures, what's happening? Her appetite has increased. So, those two things, she has an increased appetite and has reached a BMI of 30. So, you can either speak about weight or the BMI. You don't need to speak about both the things, not at all required. Because when you say BMI, dietitian will definitely understand that she is how much healthy or how much unhealthy, how healthy she is. Yes. This is shown by her desire. What is shown? The increased appetite and BMI. This is shown by her desire. Or how do we know that she has an increased appetite? Because of these things. I don't need to completely write everything there, but just give an idea. So what have I written? Eating their food, including, yes, eat. She goes to the other rooms, eats their food. But not only their food, eats her full, what was that? Her full portion of 3 meals daily. Here. This is the food that is offered to her. And then she goes to the other residents. You don't need to write bananas, biscuits, and lollies and those kind of words, right? Because you need to keep it formal. So just avoid those words there and eat their food, including, yes, that will be enough. Then what else? Laxatives. Chronic constipation takes laxatives. So because she is eating all those things, definitely. So if anyone does these kind of things, then definitely this is what happens as an end result. So yes. Additionally, she suffers from chronic constipation and takes laxatives when needed. So think about it, how that sequence needs to come, that you'll have to follow and make that paragraph. Finally, the next paragraph, the urgent thing or the most important part of this letter is the food getting stuck in the mouth. So let's look at it. Yesterday, you don't need to write the date because you see the date is already here that you have written 21st of March. So yesterday she choked on a piece of food which may have resulted from not chewing properly. Definitely, if she has choked on a piece of food, she was eating food only, not chewing her food properly. When she turned blue, so she choked and then she turned blue. Then what happened when she turned blue? She was made to cough and the piece of food was removed. So I am sure it says here, grabbed the throat with both hands and cuffed. So maybe someone helped her or she did it by herself. I don't want to highlight that there. But then, yes, she cuffed or she was made to cuff and then the piece of food was removed. This happened at 1700 hours. I am not writing that. I don't need to mention when it happened. But what I need to really show there is after 1 hour, everything became normal. She turned normal means she came back to the same color. Color is not main. Color is not important here. Here it is important, but later on when she turned normal means what? Color also became normal and all the other things also became normal. Then what else? Then there's not much of a closing there. So in view of the above, your urgent visit is required. So please come as soon as possible to assess her swallowing and nutritional status. The other part, yes, if you have any questions, please do not hesitate to contact me. Yours sincerely, nurse or registered nurse, because my name is not given here in the case notes. Now, yes, about the aspiration part, I have not written it here. I have not written it in the end. Why? Because I've shown the urgency in the start itself. He knows because there is a high risk of aspiration, and I have indicated it in the following paragraphs. So if you look at this now, the letter is over, completed, and the number of words is around 172 or something, 179 words. So that is fine. You have written so in this letter, you will see that the important parts have been included from the case notes. The less important parts have been taken away. So that is what is more important. The relevant and the irrelevant parts is more important. Like I said, if you really feel that the ischemic heart disease needs to be included, including that, you can definitely include it. And writing that does not mean that you are going to lose marks. Not really. Okay. So whatever is important, you have to definitely include. That is for sure. Okay. So with that, I leave it there for you. Finally, thank you so much for taking the time to watch my videos, for liking and subscribing our channel. See you until next time.